Leading up to the start of the college football season, I'll be ranking the best player from every Power 5 school. Today, we're going to be starting things off with the Pac-12. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. I'm posting a video every day leading up to the start of the college football season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. Well, this one is pretty easy, as Caleb Williams won the Heisman Trophy last season during his first year at USC. He holds a number of USC single-season records, including total offense, passing touchdowns, passing completions, passing yards, and highest passing efficiency rating. Not a bad season by any means, if you ask me. He had one of the best seasons we've seen from a quarterback in recent memory, and he's the Heisman frontrunner for 2023 for a reason. 2022 was an incredible season for UCLA defensive lineman Laiatu Latu. After missing all of 2020 and 2021, he had the best season of his career. He appeared in all 13 games, leading the Bruins with 12.5 tackles for loss and 10.5 sacks. He was 8th in the nation and 2nd in the Pac-12, averaging 0.8 sacks per game. He was named first team All Pac-12 by the league coaches and second team All Conference by Pro Football Focus. He was named the College Football Comeback Player of the Year award winner as well. There's not a lot to look forward to next season in regards to my Arizona State Sun Devils. Well, at least their brand new running back is going to be pretty exciting. Cam SKATTEBO transferred to Arizona State after a successful career at Sacramento State. He was named the Big Sky's Offensive Player of the Year in 2022 after rushing for 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns, helping the Hornets go 11-0 in the regular season. He also added 31 catches for 400 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. His 1,400 yards were 7th in the FCS, and he was the 5th highest graded running back as well. He recorded a first down or touchdown on over 40% of his touches, the highest mark in the FCS. We've seen a number of successful running backs come out of ASU over the years, and I think it's safe to say he'll be the next great one. One of the best wide receivers in the Pac-12 is back for another season at Arizona. Jacob Cohen finished the season with 85 receptions, which led the entire Pac-12. He also finished the year with more than 1,000 receiving yards, the 4th most in the conference. His receptions were the 3rd most in Arizona history, and his receiving yards were the 7th most. He surpassed the 3,000 receiving yard mark for his career and now sits at over 3,600 with 20 career receiving touchdowns. His 3,600 receiving yards are 2nd in all of college football, and his 226 receptions are tied for 6th. If we were doing best overall players in the conference, Bo Nix would be number 1. Actually, if we did the best overall players in all of college football, he'd still be number 1. He returns to Oregon for his final season. Last year was by far the best season of his career. Nix accounted for 4,100 yards of offense and averaged 315 yards per game. He was number 5 among all FBS players with 44 total touchdowns. He was the only FBS player last season and one of just 8 since 2000 to record at least 29 passing touchdowns and 14 rushing touchdowns in a single season. He was the only FBS quarterback in 2022 and the only Oregon quarterback in history with 3 rushing touchdowns in 3 separate games in a season. We should be grateful that we get to witness greatness take the field every week. One of the more underrated running backs in all of college football last season was Oregon State running back DAMIEN Martinez. He played in 13 games and made 5 starts. The freshman finished his season with just under 1,000 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns, while averaging more than 6 yards a carry. His rushing yards were 4th nationally among all freshmen. He also ranked 4th among all players in the Pac-12 as well. Martinez tied the Oregon State single-season record with 6 consecutive 100-yard efforts. He was named the Pac-12's Offensive Freshman of the Year, along with being named to the All-Pac-12 First Team. The only reason that Michael Penix Jr. wasn't a first-team All-Pac-12 quarterback last year was because he had some guy by the name of Caleb Williams in his conference. He emerged as one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football last season after transferring from Indiana. He finished the 2022 campaign as the #1 passer in all of the FBS, averaging 357 passing yards per game and finishing the season with 4,600, a new Washington record. Penix was also #1 in the FBS in total offense and 3rd in completions per game. He broke single-season school records for total offense, offense per game, and offense per play. He was incredible for the Huskies last year and returns for one final season. Brennan Jackson was named to the All-Pac-12 Conference second team after his great 2022 season with Washington State. He was tied for 5th in the Pac-12 with 12 tackles for loss and 6 sacks. He also forced a fumble, batted down 3 passes, and led the team with 45 quarterback pressures. It'll be exciting to see how Travis Hunter looks at Colorado this upcoming year. He played in 8 games as a true freshman at Jackson State last season, seeing action on both offense and defense as a wide receiver and a cornerback. He was named as a finalist for the Jerry Rice Award given to the top freshman player in FCS. He earned the SWAC Freshman of the Year and was second team All-Conference by Phil Steele. On defense, he finished the season with 20 tackles, 10 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. Meanwhile, on offense, he finished the year with 18 receptions for 200 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. I'm not sure how much we're going to see him on offense with the Buffs this year, but he should still be one of the top cornerbacks in the entire Pac-12. Brant KUITHE is back for his 6th and final season at Utah. He'll be the starting tight end with Dalton Kincaid now gone, where he should put up some great numbers this year. He's a 3-time All-Pac-12 tight end as he earned second-team honors in 2019, 2020, and 2021. His 148 career receptions are the most by a Utah tight end, and they have him ranked 8th in program history. He led the team in receptions back in 2019 and 2020. He played in 4 games with 3 starts last year before suffering a season-ending injury. At the time, he recorded 17 receptions for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jackson Sirmon is back for his 6th season. He was a first-team All-Pac-12 selection in a vote by the league's coaches, as well as the AP and Pro Football Focus in 2022. He led the Bears with a career-high 104 tackles, while adding career highs of 6 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks. He also added 3 pass breakups, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and a forced fumble. He was 3rd in the Pac-12 in tackles per game and total tackles. Benjamin YUROSEK was Pac-12 All-Second Team last season by the AP and the coaches. He finished his season with just under 500 receiving yards on 49 receptions. He had a game in which he recorded a career-best 10 catches, the most by a tight end in the David Shaw era, and the most by a Cardinal player all season. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Was there a school that should have had a different player represented? Whoever it was, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos every day leading up to the start of the season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.